Okay, so in this video, we're going to discuss the use of LLMs to interact with industrial systems, so your production data, your business related data. And one of the big issues with this type of approach is getting consistent and repeatable results each time. So in previous videos, we've looked at how to increase and improve repeatability in retrieving the data to the LLM using MCP and well-scoped MCP tools. So we've created a number of videos. So myself and a colleague of mine, James Sider, have put out quite a lot of videos and examples of this MCP approach. If you haven't seen them, maybe check them out. But in this video, we're going to look at a different problem. So how to solve the problem of getting consistent outputs from the LLM. So by this I mean when the LLM creates a dashboard or a trend or a report, that the format, the layout, the color scheme, things like this, that they're always the same. So this wasn't necessarily an easy task in previous times, but I suppose over the last couple of weeks, you may have seen stuff from Anthropic. So they've released, Anthropic are the company that created Claude, and I suppose they've released this new capability called Skills. And Skills allows you then to create your own custom um, instruction sets or workflows or capabilities that you can upload as a custom skill so that Claude will behave and give you, I suppose, specific results based on your own requirements. Um, okay, so just to give a better example of what I mean in consistency in terms of the output from the LLM. So I'm just going to walk you one or two very quick examples. So um, prior to using the skills, I ran some prompts, right? So here's a prompt to say, check some OE values and create a dashboard of this data. So what Claude had done then was use the MCP tools that we discussed there to retrieve the data consistently. So that's great. Got the results back from the various systems it needed to interact with, and then it needs to generate a dashboard based on that data. Um, because no skill is available to it at this point, because I hadn't allowed it to have access to it, it had to create the dashboard from scratch. So it ran through that process, and this was the result. So not a bad looking dashboard, but if I give a second example then of the exact same prompt that was ran just maybe a couple of minutes later. Again, exactly word for word, check the OE values of the various machines, generate a dashboard, went through its MCP process, and then had to create this dashboard again from scratch. So you can see completely different look, feel, layout, format from the last results. So this is what I'm talking about. The repeatability and the actual output that it displays, the results, is not consistent in this example. So again, I'm going to just quickly show something else then. So similar to that, generate a trend. Give it a second to load up. So can you generate a trend of a product temperature of the 15 minutes? Not a bad result. And then again, second time running that, exact same prompt. Generate the trend, product temperature, 15 minutes. Nice result, but not consistent. So this is the point. This is the problem we're trying to solve. Okay, so just jump into the settings. I'm not going to go through I suppose, the nuts and bolts of this, but I'll just show you what I had put together. So under the skills, I had created a dashboard template, a report template, and a trend analysis template. So these are the three custom skills that I created and gave to Claude. Um, and as part of that skill generation, I used our own company, I suppose, the branding and style guidelines, so that we can create I suppose, a nice professional look and feel to what we're producing. And just to give a bit of reference, this is our company website, and this is our logo. These are the colors that we have to use. So this kind of bluey color with the black text and a certain format of the font, etc. This kind of black and white as well as another type of um, palette that we're going to use. So just really quickly going to go show the results of using this skill, and then I'm going to just generate another prompt to see the repeatability of it. So if we look at the dashboard as a quick example to start with, so this was, again, similar prompt to before: check the OE values and generate a report, or a dashboard, should I say. It went through the MCP stuff again to get the data. In this case, it said, okay, I found that there is an actual dashboard skill. It read the skill. It loaded the template based on that skill, and then it populated that template based on the data that it had retrieved using the MCP tools. And the result was this, with a nice, I suppose, the right headings, the right colors, a certain layout, this kind of bluey um, background with the right fonts and our company logo. Similar type of result for the trend. I'll go through this kind of quickly because I just wanted to show it as a reference. But so the trend, nice color schemes, etc. All right, logos, similar for a report. So these were the three skills that I'd created. Okay, let's give it a second to load up. Again, you can see that it's following a consistent pattern here. So what I'm going to do now that I have shown you what it should look like, I'm going to run a prompt again, and it's the same prompt that I had run previously with the OE dashboard. So can you generate, or can you check the OE values for machine 1 to 5 in a particular area and create a dashboard? I'm going to hit go. Okay, so this generally will take a minute or two to run through the process of, I suppose, running the skill and building things out. So I might kind of speed up this little piece of the video just for the sake of time, and then explain it at the end. Okay, perfect. So Claude has worked his way through that process now and generated the dashboard that we wanted. Okay, so I suppose to explain the process there, it's pretty self-explanatory. I gave it the prompt, check the OE data, so it needed to obviously go off, use its MCP tools to go into the industrial systems and get that data it needed. Once that data was returned to the LLM, then it said, right, now I need to build the dashboard. But this time it said, okay, I found a skill. This is going to help me, I suppose, format the data into the right template. It ran through the process, and the results is what we see here. I suppose just to show, I'm going to open this up in a browser. This is what it looks like in that view. And if I go back to the one that we just showed as an example here as well, what we're hoping for it to look like, and open it in the browser as well. And just to show side by side using the templates, this was a prompt that was ran maybe a couple of days ago, and this one is the one that we just ran today. And you can see the layout, the format, the colors, the text, the logos, everything matches up. So nice consistent results. So this is actually really powerful, I suppose, something that's really amazingly powerful that we can use now in these types of approaches to get the results like this. So skills, this is an example of a skill. I guess there's other use cases for skills, and that's something that I was hoping that maybe if someone's watching the video and you've got ideas for skills, or that you've actually looked at this yourself and you're kind of working through some interesting use cases, I'd love to hear it. Also, if someone wanted to for us to explain a little bit more of the technical, how we built the skill out and get into the nuts and bolts, that would be great as well, just to get a bit of feedback. If there's interest out there, we're happy to maybe put some videos out into the more technical stuff. So yeah, hopefully that was an informative video and that you enjoyed it, and thanks a million for watching, and keep an eye out, and what catch you again.